What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all. Yesterday, the Phoenix Suns bested the Los Angeles Lakers by a score of 115 to 105, and this score made the game seem a lot closer than what it actually was. Man, this game was nowhere in reach for the LA Lakers at all. Man, like defensively, this team needs a huge boost defensively. Like they can't stay in front of nobody. Guys just blowing past defenders. I'm like, yo, dudes getting caught on screens, ain't switching right. I'm like, y'all, this ain't it. This is not it. I'm watching. What's the boy name? Mikhail. What's the boy name, man? I gotta remember the boy name. That boy was out there cooking on Ken Bazemore. I'm like, yo, this ain't y'all. Lakers gotta figure something out because I mean, like when you giving up so many points like this, it's a recipe. It's a recipe for disaster. All the Phoenix Suns guys, they getting open threes every single time. I'm like, yo, where's the defense at? Where is the defense? Also, offensively, man, they are not efficient offensively at all. I'm going to say this. It may be a controversial thing to do. We're going to see. This is only the first two games. But in the first five, if we get like a 5-game case study, and they maybe win, but the results are seeming they're not pleasing. Because listen, you can get a win and the results still not be pleasing for sure. If the results are still not pleasing and they are still what they are, I would move Russell Westbrook with the young boys. Play him with the young dudes. I'm not playing him like with their first unit with LeBron and AD because maybe that may not work, right? You can start him, but then play him most of his minutes with the second unit. He may be much more effective like that. Russ always has played well with younger guys. When young dudes around him, he's played much better. I don't know if he can play with LeBron and AD. Again, once again, Russell Westbrook cannot shoot. So when LeBron James is making the defense collapse on him, Russ wide open, but he really is super inefficient from three. Like it's really a rare time he really gonna just knock it down for real. So I would rather play him with the second unit, in my opinion, right? Also, man, like this is another thing. Like I love Anthony Davis. But you got to be super. I wanted to see him play the same way he played in that first game. The same way he played in that first game, minus the missed free throws. The same type of manner. He got to get more aggressive offensively. You know what I'm saying? When he playing against these teams, you got to go at DeAndre Ayton. Work his ass because we've seen you be able to do it. You got to eat on him. Regardless, you got to eat on that dude and feast for sure. But yeah, they got to get these rotations in order. They have to get them in order and figure out what bodes best for the team. Because right now, offensively, they be looking sloppy. Guys missing layups. Guys just throwing the ball up. You know, miscuing alley-oops and so on and so forth. Which leads to the next conversation, right? We saw in the game, Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard had a scuffle on the bench. Got into it, had a little altercation. So this is what I think it was about. So if you watch the game, Dwight Howard seemed to be highly frustrated with his teammates about not getting the alley-oops placed the right way. He was hollering and yelling at Rondo for not getting the alley-oop thrown the right way. Even before that, fussing at his teammates about the defensive switches and all of that. He seemed to be very irritated at what was going on the court, and he was taking it out on his teammates, which sometimes dudes gonna check you, especially if they're a better player than you and they don't like how you talking and they feel like it's not really helping the team and you talking too crazy to teammates. They're going to feel some type of way about it and check you. Anthony Davis was one of those individuals. Now, he shouldn't have walked up on Dwight like that. I ain't going to lie. He shouldn't have walked up on him when they was having an exchange. And y'all know AD, my Chicago brother, but he shouldn't have walked up on him like that, right? But AD, in that turn, Dwight Howard stood up, and AD pushed him back down, so on and so forth. I feel like they could have been handled a completely different way. I feel like y'all had some little words, but then y'all hashed that out in the locker room. Not for the public eye to see, because you know that's going to be the story. The topic of conversation is it's already drama in that Lakers unit, and it's only 2 games into the season. Can these guys coexist together? The media itself will get dudes traded, because at the halftime, I'm watching guys like, hey, Dwight Howard, you were bouncing around from team to team. You should be just glad you're in position to get back with the Lakers and be in championship contention once again. And I don't like people to undermine Dwight Howard's efforts. Yes, Dwight didn't play particularly well last night. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really do a lot last night. But his efforts to win that championship, what he did against Denver and stuff like that, like, man, you can never just push that to the back like it was just minuscule. Dwight Howard plays a pivotal role on his team, and I believe they need Dwight Howard to win. What if guys in the media talking like that? You'd be surprised how much a front office listens to media members like a Stephen A. Smith or a Mike Wilbon or Ramona Shelburne, so on and so forth. I'm not going to single out certain guys. All the media, pretty much all broadcast media, journal, print media, they front offices listen to those guys, and they think that they probably know best for them rather than just like looking at how the team plays with their own two eyes. They mess around trying to get Dwight traded like that. Like you can't. That's why you got to handle that type of stuff behind closed doors, not in the public eye. I didn't like that. After the game, Dwight was very, very mature in his response. Showed a lot of good leadership. I would like to see Anthony Davis do the same thing. My Chicago brother, you know what I'm saying? I would like to see him do the same thing as well, right? But I want to say this too. Yes, I believe Anthony Davis should play better and could play better. He played excellent the first game outside of the missed free throws. But he's like that for real. And I don't like Lakers faithfuls shitting on AD as if like he's nothing, he's Mr. Glass, he this and that, and he's soft and he this and that. Because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If Anthony Davis was not there in the bubble year, the Lakers do not win that championship. They do not win. They need AD. So I don't like the fans shitting on AD in general. Now, you could be mad and upset about how he handled that situation with Dwight Howard yesterday, how he shouldn't have walked up on him, so on and so forth. But I think he was just taking up a Rondo and other teammates that Dwight was yelling at and getting pissed at. But he could have handled that in a different manner. However, fans calling him, Anthony Data Davis, all that type of stuff, and, calling him Mr. Glass, calling him soft, so on and so forth, that ain't gonna, you want to keep dude there because, yes, he could play better, but his ass is legit. He like that. He's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's for a reason. And he's really when he's playing at an all-time high, the way he played during that playoff run and that season, the way he played in game one, when he plays like that, ain't nobody fucking with AD. So you need dude, man. So the shit on him, I don't like that. And I don't like that about, Laker faithfuls doing that. Now let's go back to the game, man. Yeah. I believe that LeBron James, I believe that Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Frank Vogel are going to figure this out and figure out what works best for this team and what ways that they can win. They got to get better defensively, though. Again, defensively, guys out here just killing them. It's just certain stuff that shouldn't be going on. All these different open-ass shots, you got to cut down on that, man. You cannot let that happen. You cannot let everybody, they going to knock them down, man. We saw them do it last year in the playoffs. Time and time again, every time it's an open shot, they're going to knock those shots down for sure. So you got to make the right switches, so on and so forth. Lakers have a few guys hurt right now. They still should be winning, regardless if Kendrick Nunn is hurt and Taylor Horton Tucker aren't playing either. But I think those young boys are going to make a difference, and I think that is the unit with Kendrick Nunn and Taylor Horton Tucker. That's the unit that Russell Westbrook is going to play best. He's going to play his best with that unit. I'm not in favor of trading Russell Westbrook, especially not right now, because I believe that LeBron is playing well and at a high now, but at some point, he's going to slow down throughout the season. He's going to have to pace himself. Russell Westbrook is still young enough and still plays with that tenacious athleticism and his relentlessness that will be needed to bring the Lakers to get a lot of wins. You know what I'm saying? I still think, now, he doesn't have the highest IQ, can't shoot well, but I think that just off his pure aggression, pure athleticism, pure just sheer fire, just the will to win, he's going to win a nice amount of games when maybe LeBron is maybe a little bit gassed or he's trying to pace himself for the playoffs. So I think you need him still there. Just the Lakers just need a lot of work, man. Maybe again, I think that maybe you gotta play Russ much more with the second unit than the first unit. My brother even said, don't even start Russ. Don't even start him. They let him know, look, you better off coming on the bench and then play Rondo with the first unit, right? I'm not sure how that will work. And my son getting upset. Don't cry, baby. I'm not sure how that will work, but I think that ultimately you got to figure something out, man, because these Laker fans, they came to see a championship. You know what I'm saying? They want to see a championship amongst these guys. And the players expect it as well. Guys like Carmelo Anthony, who are on the last leg of their career. They're towards the end on the last leg. They're towards the end of their career. They're trying to get a chip, man. They're trying to get that great taste of success. LeBron James is still chasing greatness. And they got to just play much better, man. I think right now, guys are too busy trying to figure out, trying to feed everybody ego. Okay, cool. You score, you can score now. So make you happy. You can score now so we can make you happy. You can score now so we can make you happy. Okay, your turn. Your turn. Nah, man. Fuck all that. Just hoop, y'all. Just hoop. Just play basketball. It's only two guys I feel like should really be make sure they get their buckets or inserting themselves in the offense as best as possible. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Outside of that, y'all play within the offense. Play, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, when you got an advantage or you got a great matchup, abuse it. Russell Westbrook, if you got that matchup, abuse that guard standing in front of you. If you know he can't stay in front of you, attack, get fouled or something, go to the line. But I think don't everybody trying to feed everybody egos. Okay, Carmelo, you get yours. Okay. Dwight, you happy? Okay, Russ, you get yours so you can be happy. Okay, who else? You want to be happy, Malik? Okay, like, no, man. Like, everybody just got to go ahead and just hoop. Just play basketball. Forget all the stats and all the numbers and making sure guys are at certain averages and all this and all of that. Go out there and play basketball and just play the best and just play hoop. Just play hoop. Just play basketball, man. Feed the hot hand if somebody got it going. But don't try to feed everybody ego, man. Like, I feel like, again, only two guys need to really assert themselves on offense every single night. And that's LeBron and AD. And sometimes maybe LeBron maybe can relax if Russell Westbrook is abusing his matchup at the point guard position. There's going to be nights where I think that Russell Westbrook should assert himself for sure. But sometimes he can't. Sometimes he just cannot do that. It's not going to bode well for the team, and they got to recognize that. Instead of trying to just play through everybody's egos, play the best basketball you can play, man. Play in the rhythm, in a certain rhythm, man. Play within the flow of the game. Instead of just trying to feed everybody, make everybody happy, and trying to make sure everybody get their certain averages or certain touches in the game or certain shots. Like, listen, we trying to do something great. We trying to achieve something. We got to do what we got to do to secure this win, okay? This dude hot tonight, then it may not be the night we got to keep going to him. You can still get off, but we're going to have to make sure we find him on times because he feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I think they got to click with them. And I think it's going to click eventually. They got to recognize these things and certain things that come with playing together. They haven't played together. Throughout the preseason they did, but they haven't played together before, so they got to figure out what works. LeBron James and his Miami Heat team, when they had Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, the big three, they started off 9-8, right? But, so troubles can come. Guys going to struggle sometimes. They got to figure out what works best for them and the best way to secure wins. I think they will eventually do that. They didn't play well in the preseason, and I'm hoping that during that time period, well, it seems like they haven't, but they seem like they didn't really probably take this serious. They probably thought, it's just preseason. It's just preseason. We playing like this. No, preseason can be an indicator sometimes of how you're going to play in the season. So I'm hoping Frank Vogel can get in the lab with his coaches and figure out the best way for them to win and figure out great offensive sets for this team. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Say something, baby Machiavelli Mills, man. My boy say, what's up, y'all? Peace.